Commissioners meeting of Monday, the 14th, workshop, 2022, following with the workshop that we just had. I call this meeting to order. Okay. Under new business, Jim, I'm gonna turn this over to you, and you can go from there.
Thank you. As the commissioners are aware, the county has received its second tranche from the Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds, otherwise known as SLFRF program, as part of the American Rescue Plan. Sandy Warren, the Compliance and Audit Manager for the program, has worked extensively over the last number of months, hearing from stakeholders and other public entities on how we should spend and direct our tranche 2 funding that we have in the around $28 million. And we have come up with a program for that, in which there would be a number of new priorities, some existing but some new, that would include an affordable rental housing program, a municipal water and sewer grant program, a child care expansion of funds program, a Keeping Cumberland County Warm program, which would be a heating assistance program, and then lastly, a Cumberland County Preservation and Affordable Housing program. All these together, we're assuming that there would be somewhere in the vicinity of a $12 million allocation going out for competitive grant for entities outside the county government. And we wanted to present this program to the county commissioners and seek your approval and acceptance of the program that you heard more extensively and more granular during our previous workshop this evening. So with that, I will stop there and ask the commissioners if they have any further questions. If not, we'd entertain a motion.
I move that we approve tranche 2 financial funding under the ARPA program as set forth in Jim's proposal, and more detailed, which will be on the website through Sandy and her committee.
I'll second.
Commissioner Cloutier.
I think for the record, we should observe that there were some limitations in the heating program that we decided to do without, so that has increased the cost projected from 1.2 to 1.35 million dollars for that program. And we had discussed another housing support program in Brunswick, and I assume that would be a second motion, or should we include that in this?
Well, I think it would probably be one motion. I think if you want to amend the original motion to include the 1.35 million for the heating program, including Portland and South Portland.
And also, I'd like to move to add $250,000 to the program, which would reduce the remaining available balance, if we want to call it that, by that amount, to help support the Tedford program, which is currently underway in Brunswick.
I'll second the amendment.
Is there any?
Do we need any other amendments to that? Or
No, I think that should.
okay.
Can I ask before we go, can I ask a clarifying question? Some of the things like the heating grant program seems like it would be administered jointly by the municipalities involved and your compliance office, but other things like the housing support programs and that kind of stuff, will that result in a second project approval list that we'll be reviewing later?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I had assumed, but wanted to be sure. So, thank you.
So right now, I'm calling for the vote on the amendment that Commissioner Cloutier was saying. Is all those in favor?
Aye.
Now I'm calling for the vote of the overall Stenchwood 2 priorities and criteria money. Do I need a motion?
Already have
No,
it.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's right.
Just call the vote.
I'm gonna call the vote. Is all those in favor?
Aye.
It moves passage. So if there is no other business to go over,
Move we adjourn.
Second.